Hello and welcome in, my beautiful butterflies. So, this video is going to be about werewolves. Allegedly, there was a werewolf attack. Now, this didn't happen like really recently, but it happened. And I do believe it was in Ohio. So, we're going to start off with a video with some things. Um, it's going to make us actually say, okay, yeah, werewolves are really real. Although fairy tales, you know. So all of this is alleged. Nothing is true that I'm saying, all for entertainment purposes only, guys. So we're going to jump into this video. You guys make sure that you like and subscribe only if you enjoy this type of content. And we're going to jump right into this video, guys. And again, leave me some comments if you enjoy the video, or just leave me a butterfly, depending on how far you've made it, guys, in the video. And yeah, so let me switch up here. Oh, and if you hear the noise in the background, guys, I'm actually outside in my vehicle right now. I just got off work. I'm trying to get this done. Jumping in.
Into the channel, beautiful butterflies. Welcome on into my channel.
This is the footage that the government allegedly tried to wipe from existence. Recorded on August 14th, 1993, this tape was found in a camcorder left behind in a remote canyon. At first, your brain tries to tell you people in costumes, but pause the video and look closer. The anatomy is too perfect. The elongated snouts, the digitigrade legs, the muscle structure, and look at what they are holding. These aren't just animals, they are warriors holding primitive weapons. For centuries, explorers like Marco Polo wrote about a hidden race of dog-headed men called the cynocephali, but
Hmm.
modern science dismissed them as myths. This video suggests they didn't disappear, they just learned to hide. The scariest part? They aren't attacking the cameraman. They are just watching him, letting him know he has crossed a line. Do you think this is a lost civilization or an elaborate hoax? Tell me in the comments and subscribe or we'll never see each other again.
Leave a comment, guys. What do you think?
True scary time. Y'all got to listen to this one. Okay, this is in Kansas. This is the beginning of March this year, 2026. Okay, so a man, he has a farm, so he was missing some calves. One of his calves got eaten, and a sheep is missing. So one night, he hears some commotion out and he's ready, right? He comes out, one of the cows are missing. So he goes out and he's finding his cow. He is locked, ready, and loaded. He comes across his cow laying down, and as he gets closer, because he's got his flashlight, it's at night, and something lifts up their head. Now, he describes this thing to a T. He says, I wasn't drinking, I don't smoke, yada, yada, yada. He takes several shots at this thing, right? Now, listen. The next day, the cow lost his life, by the way. The next day, he's riding around on his property, on his four-wheeler, and he's investigating because he's like, I know what I've seen, right? I know what I've seen. He has a shed on his property that he just forgot about for years, right? It's like he got a lot of property. Anyway, he's coming up on a shed. He hears some commotion. And so he announces himself before he goes in because, he doesn't want to accidentally unalive someone. He opens up the door. There are four people. Four straight people. And immediately when he opens up the door, they're like, oh, we're going to leave. We're going to leave. And he's like, yeah, you're on my property. There's a person laying over there in a corner. And he's, you're just standing there and you're just kind of peeping the scenery out. The person over there in the corner, by the way, is not moving. The other four people are dressed very old-fashioned and odd. And, he's like, okay, you guys I'm going to give you a couple hours to get your stuff, but you got to go, and I'll be back in a couple hours. And they're like, okay, we'll go. This is what he said he noticed about the people. One of them was just bawling, just crying, right? They all seemed very, very sad. He said that they were dressed really old-fashioned. And, you would assume that they would have backpacks and bags and stuff because they're traveling. He said it was like looking at a movie. Like, they had the stick with the bag on it, the cloth. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe that, but you know what I'm talking about. And he said, so what are you going to do about the person over there in the corner? And they were just like, we're going to take care of it. Don't worry about it. And so he slowly tries to walk over there, and they all stand up. You know what I mean? And they're looking at him like very intense. And he notices that the person there's blood on the person. And so he was like, maybe that's the person I hit. But last night, this was not a person. Okay, so anyway, he left. And they did leave his property, but he described a werewolf. Okay? He described a werewolf. And he goes, it looks real similar to the werewolves you see on TV or whatever. He goes, this thing was big. He goes, it wasn't a wolf. It wasn't a big-ass dog. This was something that I thought was fictional. A month later. Oklahoma, right? A month later. And this happened like on April 3rd. Like, literally. So, a lady's you guys probably heard about this, but a lady was getting out of her car and she was attacked. She described, by the way, she's in the hospital fighting for her life, pray for her. But she described something like a dog man or a wolf man that bit her. Now, however, the bites that are on her body are not of any animal on earth. The doctors and the police confirmed like they've never seen anything like this ever, right? They did a DNA test. Unidentified animal thing or whatever, and has some human something. Y'all, let's just call it what it is. Werewolf. New tonight.
Now, guys, this is the video here that's going to kind of explain what she was just talking about. We're going to jump right back in, guys.
McAllister's mom is fighting for her life after a brutal animal attack, leaving her husband and 2 young daughters in a tough position.
Alicia Maxey was found severely injured Sunday morning. On top of that, her husband Wallace is on dialysis and waiting for a kidney transplant. Fox 23's Paige Orr joins us live in studio. Paige, you talked to the family and to investigators.
That's right, guys. Investigators originally thought that a dog was responsible, but the Pittsburgh County Sheriff's Office is now working with wildlife experts to identify the animal. As they search for answers, Alicia's family is struggling to stay afloat without their sole breadwinner and without a vehicle to get Wallace to his life-saving treatments. In a remote yard in Blanco, Oklahoma, Alicia Maxey was ambushed before she could even reach the front door of a home where she was hoping to find work.
She heard a deep growl. She said she could remember this growl. And she turned to run back to the truck, and something just pounced on her and knocked her to the ground. And she says it was dog-like, is what she described, but she didn't say it was certainly a dog.
Alicia was airlifted to Ascension St. John in Tulsa with gruesome injuries to her face, arms, and legs. For her husband, Wallace, the first sight of his wife in the ICU was beyond anything he expected.
Whenever I first walked in here, I wasn't expecting to see this. You know, I was thinking more of like a dog chewed up on her leg or bites on her arm or something. I wasn't expecting this. But when I first walked in and I seen her, I broke down and started crying.
I'm in too much pain to say anything right now.
While Alicia fights through her 4th surgery, Pittsburgh County Sheriff Frankie McClendon says the sheer scale of the attack has prompted a search for answers.
38 years, I've never been involved or seen anything to this extent as far as injuries caused by a wild animal. Our question now is what caused these injuries? We've got the Department of Wildlife. They have actually taken some of the evidence, some of the clothing that was ripped from her, and send it off to one of their labs to see what we can find out if there's any way to identify what type of animal.
The tragedy has left the couple's 6- and 7-year-old daughters in a hard spot. Wallace is currently on the list for a kidney, but since their only car was towed after the attack, he has no way to get to his dialysis appointments 2 hours away. Now, the family faces mounting costs for food and housing while supporting Alicia's recovery.
Alicia, she is a loving, caring person. I mean, if you ever needed help, it doesn't matter who you are. She will sit there and help you the best that she can.
Now the family is hoping the community will return that kindness through a GoFundMe set up to help the Maxeys out as Alicia recovers. Live in studio covering news that matters, Paige Orr, Fox 23 News. If you would like to help the Maxey family, you can find the link to their GoFundMe in this story on Fox 23.
Stop playing with me, bro. We gotta talk about this.
This is something we gotta talk about right here, bro. AI detectives is gonna say that's fake. What you AI detectives have to say about this, bruh? That was real. That was a whole real werewolf. He looked like he was out of breath or just messed up or something. And then he heard that noise, and then he started tweaking, bruh. That ain't no AI right there, bro. You're not gonna tell me that I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only. Every video I come across, it's getting spookier and spookier, bro. Y'all share y'all thoughts in the comment section right now. Werewolves is out here. Skinwalkers is out here, bro. They real. Clones is out here. They real, bro. The lizard people, they real. Y'all just gotta deal with it. They out here. They getting exposed, man. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button, and make sure y'all follow me here for more, man. Salute.
Photo is real, we have serious problems. This is the clearest picture of a werewolf / dogman type creature that you may ever see. Werewolves or dogmen are things that we thought just lived in Hollywood, on the big screens and in horror movies. But recently, people have claimed to have captured and seen these elusive creatures. The bigger question now is not are they real, but what are they? I'm not saying they're Hollywood type creatures where you have to use a silver bullet, but many believe these things originated in laboratories and then things went wrong. Check this out. Let me know in the comments, what do you think it is? And mind you, this picture is about 15 or 16 years old, so it ain't best quality, but the image is very clear. Have a great day. God bless.
This is the most bizarre footage ever recorded by a woman right outside her front door, and the creatures in it are completely unexplainable. The woman lives on an isolated, gated farm in Virginia with no neighbors for miles. Coming home late at night, as she was crossing the lawn to go inside, her camera captured something absolutely chilling. 3 figures that definitely shouldn't be there were blocking her path. Their size looked exactly like little kids, but the creepy part is they were all on all fours, crawling on the ground like some kind of unknown beasts. If this was just a prank, how did these kids silently break into a fully fenced-off farm? And where were the adults? Her gut told her these things were absolutely not human. Terrified, the woman slowly backed away to escape, but the moment she turned around, she realized her only way out was cut off. In the dark, another 4-legged, unknown creature was staring dead at her. Its silhouette looked like a dog, but its body was incredibly short, and it had no tail at all. Sheer panic instantly swallowed her whole. She turned and sprinted for her life, but the very next second, the terrifying sight that suddenly appeared right in front of her completely broke her down. She screamed and passed out on the spot. The video abruptly cuts off there. What exactly did she see?
She was driving home when she noticed the dog.
It's freaking me out. It looks like a human.
She claimed that it looked like a skinwalker.
It's like a human, and I'm scared. But I don't think I'm supposed to leave.
Nervous, she follows it, greeting it, trying to get its attention.
It's so deformed. It's so deformed. Did you see that? Did you see its legs? Oh, it's so.
As she records for her viewers, she cannot help but notice how deformed this creature looks like.
Hey! Want a treat?
She tries to give it a treat.
Oh, it walks weird because it's deformed. It's freaking me out.
Then the video cuts off. Did this woman spot an actual skinwalker, a deformed animal, or something else? Let us know.
So these guys was out drinking in the woods, and they heard something in the back. So they tried to go figure out where it was. They seen glowing eyes, and they thought it was a goddamn deer, multiple deers. But when they got closer with their camera on, they saw this.
This video has gone viral for a reason. When the Appalachian Mountains get dark, you never know what might be lurking. Let's see why everyone's so creeped out by this encounter. As soon as the figure emerged from the shadows, the comment section lit up with theories. One user was quick to point out, "That's not a mountain lion. Those eyes don't even reflect light like they should." Another chimed in, "It didn't even blink, and that's not normal." People were getting chills as someone warned, "Mountains, that's already too late to run." The more you watch, the more unsettling it becomes. The comments are full of people who've seen enough. "Why are the windows down? Practically inviting it in," said one viewer. Another mentioned, "That thing knows you're there. It's stalking you, waiting." And then there was the spine-chilling observation. "It didn't blink, didn't flinch, just stared right into your soul." In these mountains, something like that isn't just an animal, it's a warning. The longer you watch, the creepier it gets.
What do you want from me? Why you keep following me?
Every time I enter the forest, she appears. The eerie atmosphere and the way she moves. It's like something out of a nightmare. People joke about it in the comments, calling her bacon or even a walking hot dog. But others know the truth. One person said, "Bro, that's a skinwalker." Another added, "She just has attachment issues." But then there's the warning. Run, my guy, run. Not everyone gets away when they see her. It's not just the sight of her, it's the sound. Someone said it feels like opening a door to an abandoned house. Another viewer insisted, "That's one of those spookies you don't want to mess with." The more you watch, the harder it is to turn away. But remember, she's always watching too.
I'm getting ready to show you a picture of something that many believe that you shouldn't even speak its name. And that is none other the Wendigo. Many Native American tribes believe that you should not speak of a skinwalker, especially the Navajos. But there are others who say the Wendigo is just as equally evil and dangerous, that you should never speak its name. The Wendigo, or Wendigo, depending on how you pronounce it, is this demonic-looking spirit that was once human, turned to cannibalism, and some people believe greed is a factor, and you turn into this thing. Take a screenshot, zoom in, whatever you need to do, but if this is a legit picture, I mean, it could be a hoax. I can't prove it. This thing is absolutely terrifying. And a lot of the stories say that these things have antlers, like deer antlers. In some cases they do, in some cases they don't. This picture appears to be on a trail camera. As you can see at the bottom, it has the date and time listed. And for whatever reason, Wendigos often appear during winter or snowy conditions. Regardless, they'll eat your flesh. If you have any kind of paranormal story, picture, or video you'd like to share, my email is listed in my bio. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless.
Welcome.
So, guys, what do you think? Please leave me some comments. Like, it's crazy. But again, this is all for entertainment, and this is all alleged, not really happened, probably all AI, just AI. But, anyways, leave me some comments. Tell me what you guys think about it yourselves. And yeah, we're going to get out of here. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time frame you are in. Thanks, guys. Bye.